Last week at our online user group, 6 of our account managers did something that I really liked. They each took a data point or a persona or something, and they used their experience to create a playbook about what they would do based on that data point. And the result was so good. And instead of keeping that in a long, hour-long format, I decided to break that up into 6 individual videos to upload here. This playbook was another one of my favorites. It was given by Sophie Sunderland. She was talking about guests who search for a vacation or create a quote for a vacation but don't end up purchasing, and what to do with those prospects or leads once you have them.
Yeah, I'm Sophie. I'm a strategic account manager here at Inntopia. So I'm going to do the prospect and lead persona. This is really a template that can be used for different prospects, and it's not only a good example for quoting, as I'll kind of go through today, but could also be a good approach in following up with guests who have abandoned their cart or who have visited specific web pages without booking, similar to an abandoned cart or abandoned browse campaign. In this specific example, we're going to utilize the data points for a client that's both a marketing cloud and Inntopia Commerce client, specifically looking at guests who have been sent a quote through Inntopia Commerce, but who have not yet booked. The goal of the campaign is to get the prospect to convert and book a vacation, and is going to be set up as an ongoing automated campaign, similar to the program kind of Kendall mentioned earlier, but based on different data points. The trigger in this case will be based on when a quote is sent to only those guests who have not booked, really to keep the vacation that they're looking at top of mind. In looking at the approach, Katie, if you'd go to the next slide. And the approach, it really starts with the user requesting more information on a vacation. So in this example, a quote was triggered out of Inntopia Commerce with the specific dates and items that were requested. Then at the next step, the marketing or follow-up program is then automated based on when the quote was sent and no purchase was made, very similar to a lead nurturing campaign, and can really be as simple or complex as you need. You can start with a simple 2-part or 3-part sequence, or go more complex and create different messaging, content, and incentives based on how the prospect interacts with each email, with the ultimate goal of driving user behavior and getting the prospect to follow through with the purchase and booking the vacation. So once the prospect follows through and books the vacation, you can then use the data to report on when users are booking and email performance. In this example, the bonus points would really be to complete the campaign with both post-purchase and pre-arrival messaging, which will allow you to kind of continue to add personal touch points at multiple steps within the customer lifecycle. As mentioned before, you would start with a follow-up email and set up the automation as a multi-step program and send multiple follow-up emails to those who have not yet purchased. Really, the most important piece of the follow-up email is to personalize it. You should add both customer and quote information, give the user the ability to either link back to their quote or modify their quote. Here you can also add information on dates or dynamically update images based on the season they're looking at visiting. You could also pull in sales rep information just to make the email feel more personal, like they're getting that kind of personal one-on-one touch point from that sales rep. You can also think about segmenting based on behavior. So you can look to see if the prospect has opened or clicked previous emails to help decide what content or email that you're going to send next. And depending on how many emails have already been triggered and if the prospect is interacting, think of adding an incentive to the email to really get them to convert and book that vacation. Another important piece is timing. So how often to trigger the emails? A good rule of thumb is the more emails sent, the more time between them. But kind of the most important part here in the follow-up emails is to really personalize it and see what data points you can add to each email throughout the automation. You don't have to add the same information to each, but really adding more information to make the whole process seem more personal. The benefits to this campaign, although there are many, kind of one of the main ones is efficiency. So it gives your sales team the opportunity to respond to a greater number of potential guests each day and allowing them to focus on new or specific leads. It also helps with engagement. Sales teams can get overwhelmed, but you want to kind of keep your prospects engaged. An automated program really helps to ensure timely and guaranteed follow-up, which helps to keep the prospects warm and more likely to book. Reporting is also really important. Automation allows for more reporting into the lead nurturing lifecycle, which can help to identify where leads are getting stuck or pain points in the sales process. It can also help to show when people are booking and give more information to your management team on your sales process.